was totally wrong on that one, because every time I go in, how'd you get my name? Oh, listen to you on the radio. Oh, you're going to be interviewing people? Oh, yeah. You told us to. We're going to interview 3, just like you always say. And I would say, that's awesome. Who are you going to interview? And many times, they would be able to answer a name. And then Carol Jones was an iconic person in Springfield, Missouri. She had a huge company. And sometimes they would say, well, Carol Jones. I'm like, you're going to have Carol herself come out? No, no, no. I just mean their company. Oh, awesome. Bunch of great agents. What agent are you going to use? And right then I knew I'm in. Because you're going to call Carol Jones. You're going to get floor duty. You're going to think their agents are interchangeable pieces. Okay, I'm good. Sometimes it was Patrick Murney, #1 agent in town. Okay, I'm good. It was Ethel Kerbo, #1 Coldwell Banker agent in the state of Missouri. I'm good. I knew their presentation. I knew that Patrick Murney was going to tell you there was no reason to get feedback until somebody had been through your house twice. That was because he didn't want to mess with it. I had a dialogue that blew a hole in that. That really the key was after the first time, because after the first time they've been through, we want to immediately know what the issues are, because maybe we can fix that to make sure we get a second showing. Right? I mean, this is like guerrilla warfare when you compete. Okay? I mean, it really is. Okay, so set 2 appointments, go out to their house, quick deal. And I'm going to give you guys all this stuff. Some of you had it if you ever came to the Mastery Series stuff. If you didn't come to the Mastery Series, you don't have this. But when I leave here today, it will all reside in this office. Okay? All these pages. The purpose is for you to visit the house and get the condition. No more than 10 or 15 or 15, 20 minutes. Anything longer than that is dangerous, because they will start asking you questions.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm a talker, and I'll be honest with you, my first meeting is at least 30 to 45 minutes. And every time I'm like backing out because they start asking me questions. I know, I mean, I'm trying to get better about it. But it's hard because that's my personality, you know, to go in and
right. And so, so in that scenario, your basic core personality trips you up, doesn't it?
Yes.
Because you end up saying things that later you get in the car and go, oh, I shouldn't have told him that. Yet. We're going to tell them everything, but just not yet.
Right.
Right? So you have to be very conscious and very purpose-driven. That it's 15, 20 minutes, right?
Right.
Do you have an assistant? Okay, so here's a new rule for you.
She has to call me.
She has to call you 15 minutes in.
Mary calls me.
And it's urgent. And you got to end it. Well, I mean, you have to, we talked about this earlier. Things that we acknowledge, how do I fix that? You put a process in place. You put some little hook in place to make you be disciplined when you need to be. Right? And that's simple to do. Just say, okay, I'm going on deal. It's going to take me 10 to get there. You call me at 5 minutes till 1 right now. You call me at 1:20. And if I don't answer,
Call me right back.
You call me right back. And if I don't answer, you call me right back. Because then your dialogue with a seller can be, I have to take this. I'm so sorry she's called me 3 times. That's our code. Right? If I get 3 calls in a row, it's very, very important. So just give me a second. Okay, you're supposed to be out of there now. What's the deal? Okay, yeah, okay, I'll deal with that. Okay, thank you so much. Listen, I'll see you tomorrow night. Gotta run. Bye. And you're out.
Gotcha.
Until you get the habit of being out, you know, right? You just put things in place. As a guy told me one time, everybody said, you're so disciplined. And he goes, I'm not disciplined any more than you are. I just put things in place that make me be disciplined. I put accountabilities in place, right? Okay. So here's a packet of information, tells you more about me and the way I work. In the back's a questionnaire. Please fill it out. That's those 13 questions we talked about last month, right? Call back and confirm the appointment. And we're going to go through this quickly. Remember this, seller only has to defend their price with emotions. It doesn't have to be logical at all, right? We have to be very logical. We have to be able to explain our number to them forwards, backwards, and sideways, and be prepared for anything they throw at us, right? That's why I think you have to build, well, let me ask Joe this before I say this, between initial visit and listing presentation, how long?
Oh, it's just a matter of a few days. I mean,
What's the minimum?
This morning I set one. This morning, you know, they called me. I said, okay, I said, I just need to come out and detail your property, get, information started.
Right.
And set the appointment, and so I'll go out there, I'll spend 10, 15 minutes with them, and then I'll be back in 2 days. And then before I leave, I set another appointment.
Okay.
With them.
So what's your minimum?
So,
From the time, if you're out there with me today, right now at 1 o'clock, we do the 15-minute deal, and I say, okay, Joe, I need to get this thing on the market really, really quickly. Can you meet me today at 3?
yeah, I can do that.
Oh, you could do that.
I could do that.
Okay. See, that was.
I could do that, but it's but then again too, I'm from sitting here to where I'm out there actually doing it, I'm in a different mode, okay?
Right.
And so, typically it's going to be a 2-day turnaround for me.
Okay.
And it also gives them the opportunity, because I always want to give them the opportunity to interview somebody else.
Yeah.
That, by giving them the opportunity to interview somebody else, makes me stronger. Because
I agree.
I tell them right up front, I have a system, and when I put that system in place in front of a seller and go through that system, I tell them no one else is going to come in behind me that's going to go ahead and outdo me with the system I have just gone over with you. And he said, they're just shaking their head, yeah, you're right. And I said, okay. I said, after your last appointment, I said, then let's get this thing going. And so it just happens. After you have that system in place, it happens.
The process.
So,
Yeah. Because the process gives you confidence.
yeah. Because I'm
Right.
already going to shoot down my competition before they even step foot in the house.
Right.
Because I know my competition is not going to be as good as I am.
There you go.
Because I already told the seller that.
Processes give you
I feel the
confidence.
same way about me.
Right. Look, processes give you confidence.
This is
When you have confidence, you take action. When you take action, you have results. When you have results, you create habits.